And as you can see, Kelly is back. We are here for another GFN Thursday on GFN On. We are here to have a bit of fun, talk about some games and some other bits and bobs. So,
You forgot about slagging Duncan off. You did forget to say that.
You don't do that, so let's just do this. We'll hit a button here.
Are you sure you know how to?
No.
Thank you to channel member Raven Anime.
There, I hit the button. Are you happy now?
You're really good at that.
You just want to come in here and just slag me off the whole time.
Yes. I thought, well, what else had it got to do today? Bar slag you off.
Oh my goodness. It's just so unfair.
Kelly must be having a good day.
I was nice to him. I went all the way up to Jackson's and I got him some stuffed sausages.
Yes,
Nice.
you did.
Yeah. So yeah,
He was feeling,
nice to him.
he was feeling sick.
I wasn't going to Jackson's anyway.
So she was sort of nicer. So hi Raven, thanks for joining, and Colin, thanks for joining as well. So Barry, what about your good self? Are you here ready for another GFN On, where we're going to be discussing all these GFN games and all this sort of good stuff?
Absolutely. How can there not be? It's we always say it's one of our favourite shows of the week. It's great fun to do, and we really enjoy just getting stuck in and really getting to the core of gaming and talking about it.
I picked up on that.
It was an obvious one.
Yes, that's why I went for shaking to the core tonight as well.
Indeed. There's no crisis here.
Yeah, there's definitely no crisis. Oh dear, it's really more. I want to get the. Let me say, I forgot all the games. I have forgot all the games.
Oh
That's
dear.
your
You're on the last stand.
I'm on the last. I need to get some sort of syndicate going here.
Oh dear.
Well,
I'm lost for words.
oh.
It's gone beyond the page.
Oh dear. Any more of this and we'll be living in a world of tanks.
Oh dear. Sounds like something from the Cold War.
We two need help.
I think we're almost done now, to be honest.
Yes. Or we could be flying far too close to the sun, just like Icarus. Oh, you didn't think I could...
Look, I've just been assassinated.
Oh, it's just a myth. Never mind, Kelly's
Anyway,
just going...
let's get this syndicate going. Let's get this syndicate going.
Kelly's not appreciating this at all.
I'm just looking for the sensible people.
We've got a couple in chat there. Lee's joined us as well there, so thanks
You're trying to
for
say
joining.
he's sensible.
Yes.
He
Are you
talks
not?
to you.
He talks to me, so he... Oh, what are you trying to imply?
Anybody that talks to you is not sensible. They're away with the furries.
So you talk to me, so that means...
I
you're
know
away?
I'm away with the furries. That's what makes life so much interesting.
Of course, of course. So here we go. We will kick this bad boy off. Oh, no, Barry looked like he was right on. He was ready to go.
Oh no, I'm not doing it.
Go on.
I was just going to say life's good.
Anyway.
Right, I'm finished now. No more puns, I promise. And I apologise to the chat. They were terrible.
Yes. Oh, sorry. You do that, and then you hit this wee button here, and it makes us look like semi-professionals here. So no one knows that.
Why have we not gone underneath?
Do you want to go underneath instead?
Well, that's
Well,
what you
no,
usually do.
yeah, it's alright. Just leave it. It's alright.
So do you want it like this?
Yeah, that looks better.
That looks better. Okay. I was just trying to make the words and all bigger here. So this GFN Thursday deal get Crisis Remastered free with any 6-month GeForce Now membership. So reread that there. You get Crisis Remastered free with any 6-month GeForce Now membership. We will be coming on to that because that's going to be a big topic of discussion here. So that means if you sign up for your 6 months of priority as well, you can get Crisis, and that really pays for half of it if you were looking to pick it up anyway. So we'll come on to that, and you can say I'm not down with the kids.
What, Dead Mouse?
Yes. I was making sure. I was doubting myself. Is encore this week, so we'll kick this off in grand style here. And GeForce Now can run Crisis, and so can you now. So basically, what this means, if you purchase a 6-month priority membership or the new RTX 3080 membership, you will get a redeemable code for Crisis Remastered on the Epic Games Store. So that is a pretty decent wee deal there.
Right, what's the difference between the priority and the RTX 3080?
About 50 quid.
Okay.
Now, basically, the RTX 3080 is the brand new upgrade to GFN. That's the one you've got pre-ordered, Callie. That's the new super
Oh, I know. One. I just pre-ordered something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, so you
just an upgrade, and I was like, "Oh, well, I'll pre-order that."
Yeah, as you do. So, since you've got that pre-ordered, and anybody who's already pre-ordered or have actually got the GeForce Now RTX 3080 membership will be getting access to that, and they will I know that's already starting to come out for people, but it's also if you sign up for 6 months for Founders as well, you get that as well. So that was a pretty good deal there.
It's a great little deal, to be honest. I think that's Crisis Remastered is it runs really well on GFN, and obviously I've been able to run it in the priority tier, and I've seen some of the guys obviously stateside, kind of North America, that have run Crisis on the 3080 tier, and it just looks absolutely stunning. It plays so well, so that's a great little bargain to just kind of reward you for your membership.
It does indeed. So, and again, just to say this as well, if you have pre-ordered or you're actually running the RTX 3080, you are going to be getting this anyway. This isn't from brand new today. If you've got that one, they're doing it if you've actually bought it in the last couple of weeks. So that is absolutely fast. And you've got, as Barry said, you've got your RTX and the DL, SSS, all that jazz. And there's also over 1,000 games, as I like to say here. I'm not sure if it's not in the blog. We'll come into this now anyway. Where should I go? Should I continue in the RTX 3080 series talk, or should I go on for a curveball?
I would continue on.
There you go.
Apparently it's hard to hear over the music.
Okay, we'll turn the music down. Music's down. Sorry, Voodoo Boy. We'll stay with the 3080. What we can tell you here, it's one of these wee things one of the wee websites we tell you to keep a wee eye on if you want to keep up with the news of GFN.
Yep.
And if you go to status.GeForce Now, okay, here, just making sure it's going to the right one there. You will see that we have our first European server is now online. So there is moves afoot there. So as you can see here, I'm hoping EU Europe, that makes a lot of sense. EU Central, RTX 3080 ready. It's ready to go there. So it's under maintenance, so they're just working on it still. So, but we are starting to see signs of life for these servers outside of the US now.
Just need the 1-2 rows down to go into 3080 ready.
And that is for anybody who's in the UK. Would be on EU West. That's what Barry was hinting at there. But as you can see here, we are starting to see more of the servers coming online now. So I think that was worth noting. I've reached out to GeForce Now, just asking if there are any more updates. And at this moment in time, there's nothing concrete as yet. But I will pester away.
God love them.
Yes, exactly.
I knew I could stay silent then because I knew Kelly was going to give you some sticks, so I just held it. I just held. Didn't have to say a word.
Yes, so we'll see. We'll be in contact with them just to see what's happening with that. But as you can see, the signs are that it's beginning to move. I'm just checking on the alliance partners here. I don't think there is any ones of them yet. So
You're a right wee stalker.
I know.
You're a real wee stalker.
I know.
I love these people stalking the way you're doing there.
Yes. I know. I'm really bad. As you can see here, there's still an issue with Conan. I can't say.
Conan Exiles DLC.
Yes, we've still got some of that issues there. Pluto Boy, we have no clue that they have talked about it. I would love to talk about that now, but we can't. We're on the GFN show.
It's shocking.
I know. We will. I will be talking about that on Tuesday. Other people will be talking about that on Tuesday.
Yeah, I was going to say, you'll not be doing it on Tuesday.
Yes. Next up. Oh, I know what I was going to do. People have to keep me on track here and shout at me. Kelly, you're normally shouting at me all the time.
I didn't know what you were doing. You were just like scrolling down there. I was waiting for you to come off with something stupid.
Okay. I'll let Barry explain what core is while I get something. Oh my goodness.
There we go. Job done. Core, obviously, it's on the Epic Game Store. As we just seen there, there's kind of 40,000 games that you can kind of choose from in there to play. And all of the games that are in there are based on the Unreal Engine. And obviously what they're alluding to here is, we've got coming into tomorrow night. So I think it's tomorrow night, and then the 20th, there's 6 shows across Friday and Saturday of Deadmau5's kind of immersive concert that they're kind of making available for people to jump in. There we go. So there's 5 shows on Friday and 1 on Saturday.
Yeah, you just have to bear with me when I'm doing this. There's about a 2-second delay when I actually bring this down, but that's why it's in slightly better quality than it is before. There's some jiggery pokery going on here just to make things look a bit better.
Standard.
What I think is well worth pointing out on Core as well is you can make your own games, and you could really, really get into that. So you can now, on your laptop, I wouldn't recommend doing this on a mobile for obvious reasons, but if you're on your low spec sort of laptop there or PC, again, you could use it on the Shield. If you attach a keyboard and mouse to it, you can start to make some of your own games there. And this could have massive of possibilities here. And I like the look of it. And I think I will be checking this out, but we'll come on to a bit more of this in detail. Let me see if there's any. Okay, I'll move on to this now. We'll go somewhere slightly different. This wasn't in the notes.
Oh, here we go. Here's the curveball. Oh, yeah, we're all good.
Well, did you about this, didn't you?
I've seen this one, so I'm good.
Good news if you've got an LG TV. They are bringing GFN now, or GFN app to their web OS store, so you can go and download it onto your TV. I think this is pretty decent and pretty big news here. And if you have a look here, it's going to be available in, did I read this here, in 80 countries, in 80 markets. And that just tells you if you've got an LG TV and it's a 2021 model, just bear that in mind. And it's a 4K. OLED, whatever, all these funky sort of things, you may be able to access this. Again, this is something we've been talking about, and it's really, really good. And it means you'll be able to play this on your TV without having to shield.
I mean, the fact that they've obviously it's quite specific in the fact that it's 2021 models, but as you can see from there, it's a kind of, they're indicating that anything that's 4K OLED, QNED, or mini LED, and obviously the nano cells, which are kind of all to do with the kind of technologies and the processing in the in the flat panels. But that is, I mean, given the actual number of TVs generally that they release into the market in a year. And the kind of the refreshes they do, that's actually, there's a substantial amount of TVs that will then be available to. And then when you can couple that with the fact that it's across 80 markets, that's a serious amount of exposure for people to be able to just install that app on their TV, log in, and off you go. So that's you're right, that's it's a real big piece of news. And it's a great piece of news. It's great to see it dropping into the first TVs as as an installable app. It's quite a big thing.
Kelly, I know this is not really your sort of thing, but
well, I was just looking at our TV and going, it's like as a Philips.
This one here's an LG, but it's not going to work for it anyway.
Why? Oh,
Because
we need to replace that.
We have to get that replaced now. There you go. Thank you very much, LG. We now have to get that TV replaced because of you.
Wait, are you thinking LG or GFN?
Yeah, both of them. But absolutely great news. And this is going to be a snowball's effect. It's just going down the hill. It's this year's one, so that means it's going to be next year's one, and so forth and so forth. How does the
snowball get down the hill?
It's like what you do. You like push it down.
It's a wee tiny thing.
And then what happens? It gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
And then can you stand at the top bottom of the hill and then you'll be a snowman?
You just want me injured.
I was just asking, would you be then a snowman?
Dear, oh dear.
You don't want it to ever stop rolling down the hill.
What if you fall?
Moving on.
She got you a treat there. She really did.
Icarus beta is out again. I think that's it. So
yes.
Yeah. So we will start off now into the games here, and am I logged into Steam here? That is the question. To see the live wish listing or the live buying on.
Worth pointing out, just while you're doing that, there's an app update for the GeForce NOW app in Windows, and it looks like
have you got the screen now?
Most of the games are actually live already, by the looks of it.
Oh, have you got the notes?
It's literally just restarting the app, so hopefully I'll have the notes to say what's new in a second.
Oh, can you share your screen then?
I will indeed. I'll just wait for it to come back.
Okay, so you got me all confused. Oh, I'm clicking wrong buttons and everything here.
I've messed you up now.
Yeah, I was trying to find my app there. So Cold War or Combat Mission Cold War. This is a day and date release, I'm going to call it. I think no one would have any problems with that. It is a simulation strategy turn-based game. I think it's a nice wee slow-paced sort of game. It's only got 8 reviews at the moment. It's 47 quid.
I mean, there's appreciation for turn-based strategy and simulation and kind of what that's going to bring, and you absolutely you can kind of see the audience for it straight away as we're kind of watching that trailer. But that price is it's pretty steep, isn't it?
It is. I thought it was going to be one of your £20, maybe £30 sort of Mahaffey's.
That's where I was thinking.
That was just like a firework or something going off behind us. Because you just stopped. Like, what was going on there? No, it looks like a decent game I would probably play at some stage, but not at that price. Kelly,
What? It's a tank game. Come on. Can't shoot people in the head.
they were shooting them in the head with the tank.
No, but like it's a tank.
Yeah, you get big 50 caliber. Off you go.
I don't know. Tank games
No?
just don't do it for me.
£47.
That definitely doesn't do it for me.
Let's see what the reviews are like. But they're all positive.
Well,
So
that's because they can run people over in their tanks. They're happy about that.
Duncan literally disappeared there into the background. It's just like, I'm gone.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Oh dear. Don't
Yes.
go.
Yeah, but I thought for me, it doesn't look a £47 game there.
No.
The graphics as well.
Yeah, I think certainly it's the type of game that I think you're going to get. You're going to sink time into it, aren't you? So in terms of, what you'll get back from, in terms of the value of the time you sink into it, you'll certainly get a tremendous amount of hours. But yeah, I'm not necessarily convinced that it's on the level I would have thought for that price.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. I do like the look of it, but that's the price tag. It's just completely and utterly put me off, that one.
Is it? Yeah, is it enough to make you put it on your wish list to watch it and get notified if it drops?
Yes,
in
there we
price?
go. Decisions made.
I set you
Hey.
up there.
Yes, you did. Hey, Fed.
No, oh yeah, it's okay because he never said hey Kelly, and I was like, say,
Oh, you were going to shout at him, weren't you?
I was gonna say we're like huffing.
Oh
Wanna be
dear.
huffing.
I'm good at huffing.
Fed, you definitely have to get Kelly on a live stream with you. She would teach you new words.
I can teach
Sorry.
everybody new words. What?
The air would be blue.
Yeah, yes, there would be. Yeah, Fed, do like we on our channel, we don't like to have any swearing and such like.
No,
Like, do you know what I say when I'm playing a game and the wee characters aren't doing what they're told? You have to like swear at the
Was
game.
it? Oh, look, I was looking for the mute button there.
I love that statement. The wee characters are not doing what what they're supposed to be. You're in control of them.
Sometimes they misbehave.
And then to do what I tell them to do, but they don't.
Now to be fair, right, my new controller, it's amazing. But see them back buttons? It makes you do stuff and you don't even realise you're doing it.
This is the new controller she is talking about. It is the new Halo Elite controller, and it's got the wee buttons at the back for some context.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, where are we?
Do we
We're
want to do you want me to
yes.
share my screen just before we go to the next one?
Yep, as long as it's in. Yes, well, work away.
Shocking.
Not that screen!
Why not that screen?
I knew you were going to do that. Now, you can't actually... I can't make it any bigger for you. So, I will read it to you. So, we have got quality of service improvements.
You just made it bigger and more readable there. You just move the window smaller.
Oh, okay, there we go. Sorted. So we've got improvements to the native app to help reduce resolution downgrades for networks with high packet loss and variable network latency. Now, that's something we actually spoke about earlier in the year when they brought the... must have been about 6 months ago when they kind of talked about quality of life upgrades on the service, where if your connection's maybe not that stable, they're kind of working to kind of build that technology and then to kind of stabilize the stream so that it kind of understands, obviously, that you might be dropping packets or you might be suffering with some latency to try and still give you the best possible performance. And then obviously it's confirming there that there's overall streaming performance from logging into your Chrome browser on play.geforcenow.com. So that's automatically assigning the ideal streaming resolution for devices that are unable to decode at higher streaming bit rates. And then we've got a couple of other bits with a fit and finish. So we've added push notification support for play.geforcenow.com that can enable to receive timely information about scheduled maintenance or product updates. Now, I like that one. That was the one that stuck out to me when I could see the screen, because obviously, as we know from time to time, some of the games do go into maintenance mode. So if you are using a Chrome browser, which of course you can be using across a number of devices, the fact that you may well be able to get a push notification to be notified about scheduled maintenance, I think is super cool. And then of course product updates is just a nice little shiny bell and whistle on the top of that as well. And they've also removed unnecessary PC and Mac app restarts when toggling VSync options for custom stream qualities, which is good. I think for those that may have come across that, sometimes when you go into the graphic settings, and if you are kind of toggling that VSync option on, it tells you that the game needs to restart. So it looks like they're removing the unnecessary ones on that front. And then what have we got? We've got a couple of we've got a bug fix basically where PC users will no longer receive an incorrect notification that your system does not meet the minimum requirements for streaming.
Yeah, that's some good updates there. And for people who don't know, you can play GFN through the browser, as it was saying there as well. I know a lot of people may not be aware of that. They maybe just use the app or the Shield or stuff, or maybe just on their phone. But you can use the web browser. And believe it or not, some people's web browser works better for them than on the app and vice versa. For me, it's the app works so much better than anything else. But some good wee updates there. These are pretty regular. It's like once every couple of weeks, isn't it? It's an improper sprints, do you think? Or is it just feeling any sprinty, sure?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Oh, for people who don't know, sprints, that's lots of features over like a set period of time. It's geeky sort of stuff.
I completely forgot. I just answered yes without even thinking it.
Yeah.
It's a good job you engaged your brain and explained.
Yes, it's unfortunately sometimes that's one of my problems is I just think everybody's on the same knows what I'm talking about.
I do exactly the same, so I know exactly what you mean.
And Kelly's just going, yes.
I'm just going, yes, you just we ramble on there.
Yeah. I thought I had myself muted there, and I didn't.
No, that makes a change. You've normally got yourself on mute when you haven't.
Yes,
dear.
it's nearly away. I'm actually a lot better. My cough is a hell of a lot worse, so it was. Moving on, we've got the last stand aftermath. This is £20. It is a day and date release, and it is a zombies poster.
Zombies.
The roguelike survival game.
Hey, that works.
Shut up.
What?
This looks like it. Oh, that's going on my wish list, I think.
I'm surprised it wasn't going. Bye.
Kelly, what about you for this game?
It's a zombie game. Come on.
You
know I like for zombie games now. Why are you asking me? Like you were going. This is just like right up my alley when it's a zombie game.
As you can hear, we have a bit of a cold going. It's not even.
I have an abscess in my gob.
I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Who infected who?
No, I have an abscess in my gob. Sabari, did it to you, did I?
Mm-hmm.
You pointed at Barry. I have an abscess in my gob.
You're pointing at me. Hang on. Shall I help you out here? Do you want to point again? Yeah.
No.
Yes. But this looks pretty cool. It looks like a Is- semi-isometric state of decay.
Looks really cool. I think I could spend hours on that if I wasn't at work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty decent looking for me, Barry.
That is going straight on the wish list. This is looking like a cracking little title to add to the library. I mean, I know Kelly said it's a zombie game, so like kind of that and zombie apocalypse, put that into a game, and generally speaking, I think most people are like, yeah, sign me up. Tell me tell me how I can pick it up. I think it looks like a great little add to the library. And of course, the reviews that are coming in as well, they're showing mostly positive.
The question is, does it have a soundtrack? And does it have them card things that Duncan wants?
There's no cards.
There's no
well.
cards. Is there a soundtrack? Oh,
No.
No.
But to get that game for an extra £2 or £3.
Yeah, it's £3, isn't it?
Is that one GFN, I wonder? That's a £5, so I would spend the extra couple of quid there to get that other game as well.
Yeah, it'd be worth it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Does that have cards? No, but it's got TVs and stuff like that. And it's got very positive reviews. I know what I'll do. I'll look that up while we are having a look at the reviews here. Is there any... Oh, look at that. First, when you come to it, it's always a flipping negative one.
Yep.
Let's see. But I think people seem to be enjoying it on the whole. But
Yeah, I'm just checking. I was just kind of flicking through them just to see if there's anything that kind of point out. I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of love for it, that's for sure. I mean, the only real downside seems to be saying that there's not a tremendous amount of character depth, possibly.
Like you get flamethrower and all. Get to burn the zombies.
There you go. See, sorted. If you can't shoot them in the head, you can burn them.
Yep.
And while you were doing that, I was looking that up. The other one doesn't seem to be on GFN, but again, I would still just pay that extra couple of quid just to get it. So that is on the wish list. And I think it's already on the wish list. It's just got a Snickers and a twist there. But I think all three of us have bumped it on our wish list.
Yep, it is indeed.
You know what, my wish list is up the stairs.
Shut up! I'm not talking to you now.
Why? Because my wish list is up the stairs.
Yes.
Shocking.
I'm going to tell you something funny. I called this game, because this wasn't announced as coming.
Why is that funny?
Kelly is in one of her moods here.
No, but like, right, you says, I'm going to tell you something funny, and then you says you called this game. Why would that be funny?
Because you didn't let me finish.
I did.
I called this a couple of days ago before any sort of thing came out, because I was checking our good old faithful Steam DB, and this was just added to it.
So what you saying? You cheated and you went and looked at a wee website and it says it was added, and you were like, "Yes, that's going to be added to."
See, the thing is, it being added doesn't mean it is going to definitely come.
But really, it does. Like, come on.
It's an indication.
Yep. But so you didn't really call it was already on it.
No, because GFN didn't say yes.
Oh dear.
You can continue.
This is an early access game. Feelings in early access games, I would always look at the reviews on it just to see what the reviews are saying and seeing how early is the early access, because early access can mean a hell of a lot of different to I can't speak here. It can mean a hell of a lot of different from game to game. Some games they could be really early access, so you've only got like one level or something, or it could be early access and the game's nearly finished and they're just tweaking some bits and bobs. By the looks of this, it's probably no. This is a this is an online MMORPG thing, so there's always going to be a lot of mixed reviews in that anywhere.
I knew
Start
that all
off
that
with.
there was in the did you say
Yeah.
it? I knew that
Good.
what that it meant and all.
Good. So, Barry, what's your take on this little game?
I mean, it certainly looks interesting, doesn't it? I mean, they've done well with the kind of the trailer that they've put on there to sort of kind of get people maybe engaged or a little bit hooked. One of the things that I sort of tend to look at in early access, obviously you were talking about potentially where it is in the in the life of its kind of early access rollout. And I think you were possibly alluding to it when you were talking about it as well. It is looking at the developer and the publisher to then sort of understand kind of what degree or what level of confidence you may or may not, or what level of risk you're willing to take with that early risk title, as whether it's something you want to jump in on. But I mean, I think we've talked about this a couple of times. I mean, from an early access perspective, as long as you're aware of some of the things that you can be up against when you go into it, the main thing there is that, if you go into the decision of buying an early access game and you know that you may well lose your saves, progression may not carry over to the full game, lots and lots of different things, along those nature, bugs. You mentioned levels, Duncan. As long as you're aware of all of those things, and you kind of go into it with that sort of mindset, then at least you're kind of going in with fully aware of kind of the things that are there. And of course, the fact that with it being early access, it might not make it out of early access either.
Okay, yeah, absolutely all that. What you were saying there, just looking at some of these reviews, this is I think it's a Chinese-based game, and they seem to be just using like auto translate and stuff like that. So some of the language might be a bit different. Kelly, I need you to write this down as one of my many things I need to do.
You didn't give me a pen?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right, what would you like me to remember?
I need to do a breaking news jingle.
Okay, a breaking news jingle.
Can you guess why why I've just said that?
Because Colin says that he has too many zombie games, and you can never have too many zombie games.
Okay, I've got breaking news.
Right.
I'm a bit worried. I don't want to bring the tweet up because I'm just, how Twitter is, and it might bring into my DMs and stuff like that, and you just don't want things like that to happen. Super Animal Royale is out of beta on GFN, and to celebrate, this is Super Animal Royale treating this. We're bringing back a mystery mode and doubling all the XP earned this weekend. So hop in some games and finish your Animal Pass before Seasons 2 arrival next month. So it is a double XP weekend for Super Animal Royale, and it is now out of beta on GFN.
Nice.
That's that game that I went into for 5 seconds and went back out again. Took me longer to download than it was for me to play it.
Yes, and if you played it on cloud, you wouldn't have to have worried about that because you would be able to jump in and out again.
But it was on Xbox.
Yes.
But no.
But
I'm so glad I'm away this weekend.
Yes.
The excitement of that.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of people actually like the game, and Lee and Colin both like the game here. So Super Animal Royale has double XP this month or this weekend. So jump in and go level up your Animal Pass there. See, breaking news.
There we go. Perfect.
I'll sleep better knowing that tonight.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. And next up, it is a beta weekend, and it is for Icarus. So I think it's safe to assume that this game will be coming to GFN next month when it releases.
But just because it's on a beta weekend doesn't mean it's coming to GFN.
They've been making a big song and dance about this game. This is about
lots of places can make a big song and dance and go, we were just teasing you, it's not coming.
I would say this is coming. Just the amount of marketing material and stuff. Oh, it's already said it's coming.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. They said
I
earlier
bet
in
you
the
could
year.
have They could have just said Zach was just teasing you.
Kelly, knock it on the head.
I'm gonna kick you.
As you can see, I like the look of this one. It's 20 quid, or you can buy the Super Duper edition for 70 quid.
I'm sure you'll go for the Super Duper edition.
Not for 50 quid's difference in that. Let's see. But you have to, I think you have to buy the game to get the beta.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. They did that with the first beta weekend of Icarus as well. You actually had to place a pre-order for it to get access.
So the standard edition, you get the beta weekend's access with one outpost. But if you get the Super Duper Fancy Edition, you get 2 DLC chapters, 2 extra outposts, and a funky suit.
See,
Nice.
now,
Adding
now
a bit
you're
of value
thinking
with
about it.
content.
Look at he's thinking about it. Isn't it worth it? He's going, I might have to do this.
This is just that pricing structure has me a bit. I probably need it more explained to me, but 2 extra outposts. Does that mean 2 extra save places, basically?
Probably.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
That's the pricing and stuff and that. It's got me a bit. If that's my favorite word, concerned. But we'll have to wait and see it. Oh, and you get XP bonus as well if you pre-order.
I was just very quickly clicked onto something that I had because I had the Steam page up for it, and I just wanted to quickly check something because there is Icarus is actually the first game that's going to release with RTX global illumination.
So what we're saying is we probably have to pick this up just to give her the word when we get access to the 3080s.
Well, I'll be intrigued. That's a question we should probably need to. It's probably a question worth asking because obviously it says that they've partnered with Nvidia. They've got a strategic partnership over this game between the developers and Nvidia. They're going to be running some competitions soon for 3080 giveaways and photo modes and stuff like that. Be intriguing to see whether RTX GI actually is supported on the 3080 tier. It's probably worth asking that question and finding out.
So what's a global illumination?
Global illumination. It
Yes.
basically says that it creates dynamic realistic rendering for games by computing diffuse lighting with ray tracing. So it's like super duper ray tracing.
So do you think that's the way I should word it when I send the message in?
Super duper.
Yes. See,
Yes, family super duper. I like you should say that, super duper.
Kelly, you don't like this game. I remember because we've talked about it before.
Yes, and I think it's a Duncan game
Yes. And why don't you like it again?
because it's like a Duncan game and it's like one of them buildy things, is it not?
It is, and it's got a bow and
And
arrow
it's
on
got a
it.
bow and arrow.
Oh
They
dear.
just like to troll me with these bow and arrows.
Yeah,
Why?
they do.
Why do they need them? They've got guns. You're all right there. Something about Barry.
Yes, I'm asking Barry to speak here. This is a.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I'm asking the question.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Okay.
What's your question?
Oh, I had to
So you weren't paying attention to the conversation? Oh, the tables have been turned now, haven't they?
We'll move on. I mean, I think certainly Icarus has piqued quite a few people's interest. Obviously, not yours, Kelly, with the bow and arrow. But I'm intrigued to see, actually. Let's have a quick check. Obviously, because it's in beta, not seeing any sort of reviews or anything for it, so be intrigued. Has anybody in the chat picked it up and played in the last beta weekend? If there is anybody in the chat that has, then
I've
let us
sent
know.
the question. I've put the question in. I don't
Okey-dokey.
think we're going to find out. We'll hopefully find out for next week anyway.
Aye, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Oh,
Haven't said it for a while.
yes. No, I was just doing the. Who did that? It was the two comedians.
There's plenty of 2 comedians out there.
You
You're
on
one
about
of them.
the two Ronnies?
No,
Malcolm and Wise?
will come to me.
Okay.
Never mind. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is available on GF. Oh, sorry, I have to get this right here. This is a game which is a bit weird, isn't it?
What do you mean it's a bit weird?
You'll
Did
see
you not
in a-
play that game?
It's one of these games which is only available in certain countries, isn't it? Or was I imagining that?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Isn't it because of some of the? Isn't it certain regions in Europe that because of the looting, it's considered gambling or something like that? The loot boxes.
It possibly is that. Let me
I don't
see.
know, I think it's places like
Yes, I've got
Belgium. Yeah.
The Assassin's Creed Syndicate Gold Edition is available in North America, South America, Europe, Japan, and South Korea.
There we go.
So it is not available in all the different ones. No, it's the ones who was on BBC Two, and they had like a comedy.
See, as I was saying, the Ant and Deck, because like they're amazing. Come on.
Yeah. It was like not a music quiz. It was. I'm all over.
Keep
the
pressing
show.
and guessing, Lee.
Pressing and guessing. So Assassin's Creed Syndicate. This is going to maybe upset people here. This is actually my favorite old school Assassin's Creed game. I call anything before Assassin's Creed Syndicate the old school, and Assassin's Creed Origins on is new one because it's in the RPG, and they went completely and utterly different. Took heavily, took a lot of things from The Witcher. This is my favorite Assassin's Creed game because I think what they learned from all the other ones in that sort of franchise up to that point, they put into Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. It is set in London as well, and you could just climb about there. It was absolutely brilliant. You're going to say you hate this, Barry? You can see it all over your face.
No, I'm actually not. It's one of the Assassin's Creed games that I'd skipped. It was in that little for me, it was in that little dip where I'd kind of almost dipped out of the franchise. Luckily, I've got Ubisoft Plus, so it's obviously something that I can kind of pick up and give a blast. But I know I've got it in my library. I just haven't dipped into it yet. I have to say, I'm impressed with Lee's knowledge on
yes,
comedian parents here.
What about the 2 Rannies?
No, it's not the 2 Ronnies. Kelly, what about you?
There's only one Assassin's Creed I liked, and that was the Odyssey. I don't know what it was about that one, but that was an amazing one.
Odyssey was good with Cassandra.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was, and climbing all them statues. Like, come on, how can you not beat that?
It was good.
You just like climbing on the. Okay, we can't mention the statues.
I said the statues. I didn't say what type of statues they were.
And what bit you actually enjoy climbing on?
The hair.
Oh, jeez, not going there either.
Oh dear.
Yes, it's just absolutely brilliant. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. If you haven't played it, go and definitely. Yes, if I say Vic Reeves.
Oh, Bob
What?
Mortimer.
Yeah, Vic and Reeves, or yeah.
Reeves and Mortimer.
Yeah. It was one of those shows when they kept on going, indeed.
You need help.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hang on. Wasn't it the one that Matt Lucas was on? The quiz show?
Yes, it was the quiz show.
Shooting
You remember?
Stars.
Yes.
Yes. Goo-hoo, goo-hoo.
And Kelly's going use are absolute rockets.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, dear. We got there eventually.
Only took us 20 minutes.
Yes, we've got 3 more games to go. Oh, dear. Oh, this is a bit longer. And we've got our epic game of the week. I've already got this in my library. This is a game of mini games, and you can go and play people's inventions, or you can make your own. I know there's a lot of people who were on from the Stadia background. Oh, that looked like Guitar Hero there.
It did. I just thought that. I seen that. I was like,
Yeah. What I will say to people coming from the Stadia community, Core is what created really should have been. It's got a bit of money behind it. It's got a lot of buy-in, and it's doing massive competitions now, and it's really good. I have to say that wasn't me making fun of Creator, because Creator now is kicked on something shocking because of they've got investment now. But this has had investment from the word go, and it shows.
it does. It's got a lot of polish on it, doesn't it? And it looks super impressive.
Callie,
I was checking to see when it was out so that like I can have a go at this.
it's
Because
out
like
now.
well, I didn't know. Like, come on, I was at work today, so like it does look really cool. And you never even told me about it.
That's
Yes,
worth
I-
pointing that out, Duncan.
Yes, I made a whoopsie then, didn't I?
Yep.
It's all
Yes.
right. We'll let you off. It's fine.
No.
You cannot do the creating mode in Core on GFN. We're being told there.
There we go.
Did I miss that? Probably.
Quite possibly.
Yes. But even with that, you can go and play an absolute load of games. There seems to be a hell of a variety there.
There's a huge amount of games in there to better play. I think didn't it say 40,000?
Yep.
I mean,
I
that's
think-
phenomenal.
I think they could have added a wee bit more. Like, come on.
Dear,
like-
dear.
It's like one of those. Do you remember, like, when you this is, again, I'm going to go back into the old school era of games, but do you remember when you used to get like those cartridges that were like 10 in 1?
Yes.
You'd have like some of your classics and stuff like that. It's like the modern day version of that, isn't it?
Kelly, can you remember them? And if you don't, I'm going to say...
Is that the 3DS ones that you could get on
Yes.
Nintendo?
Yes, there was like games like that, but even a higher quality one of them would be like the Mario
This-
All Stars.
And then you had the Sega one, where you had all the Sega games in one.
Yes, it's basically an absolute load of games where you can jump in. So definitely worth checking that out. We will go on and do our usual, and we will go on to see what the free games of the week are. And they
And
are...
stream promo next week.
Yes, I was coming to that. Jump the gun!
Oh my god, you're just too slow. That's what it is. You gotta be a bit faster.
Yeah.
I'll mute myself now.
Yeah. We've got Guild of Engineering, and I'm going to be claiming that. This is, as you can see, an absolutely 100% my sort of game. So I'm pretty happy
Weird
that this
looking
is...
game.
You shut up.
It looks like something Natasha would draw.
Yes, but I don't care. We're talking about... It's a game.
I was just saying it's something like Natasha would draw.
Oh, dear. So, Guild of Dungeoneering. We also have Kidimansian Expedition.
This is the from the mind of the Radiohead guys. It's like a real sort of experience type game.
So don't put the sound on.
Definitely a game for Duncan.
Yeah. You'll get a copyright strike in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would say that's probably got a chance of coming to GFN as well. And same with this one as well. Never Alone. It's a bit of a story-based platformy game type thing.
Definitely a game for Duncan.
Shut up, you just need a
I was
reputation.
just like giving you games.
Oh dear. So there we go. I put them for the. Oh,
I was just going to say, I do hope Never Alone comes to GeForce Now because it does look good.
yeah. We also have Antstream. Antstream, if you have not played Antstream and you are, we'll say, you were born in the 70s, 80s, or even before then, maybe into the 90s, you're going to absolutely love that. It brings you completely back to Sega, Mega Drive, arcade games, and it's free. And it is absolutely brilliant.
Were you covering your bets then to try and not offend me in case I'm from the 90s?
No.
Because you were like 70s, 80s, 90s,
If
maybe?
I was going to cover my bets, I would have said 60s.
Oh, that's harsh.
As because Duncan's from the 50s.
Says a person turning 60 in January.
60. Really? I'm going away for the Wild weekend, so nah.
Really, really, really. But if you haven't checked that out, I believe not, this is all streamed in the cloud, so it is. So I don't think this is going to come to GFN, but you can stream that separately and you can put it onto various devices as well. Don't be saying I said that. And the other one is The Hunter. Do you think this is going to come to GFN?
Yes.
Barry?
It's a possibility, isn't there? I mean,
It's already. To put it in context, it's already on GFN on Steam.
There we go. Yeah, oh yeah,
So then
definitely, man.
Why did you ask us what's coming to GFN if it's already there?
Because he's trying to trip us up. See, he's
No,
trying to
it's
test
on-
our memories.
No, it's on
Just
GFN on Steam. It's not on GFN on Epic as yet. So I think that's probably coming.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely say that with it being the Steam version being there, we should see it drop on as a free game.
So we're getting asked the question, have we claimed Splinter Cell yet? I don't think I have because I think I've already claimed it.
I haven't claimed it yet.
I don't know what Splinter Cell is.
Yep. So basically, if you go on to
I'll Google it.
Ubisoft Connect, you'll be able to claim that for free because of the Ubi's anniversary going on, and there's 3 games every couple of days about that.
I might have that in my library already, actually, come to think of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've already got it in my library, so I don't think I've claimed it. And next up is Lost Words Beyond the Page, and I think we've all played this.
I don't think I liked it.
Yeah, I don't think you did like it.
Yeah, I don't think I liked it.
Barry liked it.
One of my favourite games of 2020.
But to be fair, you can't shoot nobody in the head, so that's probably why I didn't like it.
Barry, why was it one of your favourite games?
I think it was just everything. It felt. I think the way I described it after I'd finished, it kind of felt like the epitome of a game where they pulled everything together. So they had a really nice art style. They had a story that was kind of impactful, meaning. It played well. It was interesting, and then it's got a really good soundtrack. And they just kind of really pulled all of those, all of those elements together, and it was just brilliant.
Is the soundtrack worth a $5?
Yes, I would say so. And that's not just because I like a soundtrack with the game. That's genuinely, I think there is music to be appreciated there in the way that it's done. It's so well done.
And it's got its trading cards. So all good there, all good. And as you can see here, it is getting mostly positive reviews. I'm probably saying it's overramped. No, very positive reviews. So well worth picking that up there. If you haven't played it as yet. And that's a decent enough price, £12, maybe $15, $16 mark dead on. And the last one is World of Tanks. That must be just just on a different storefront. Because that was, I'm pretty sure World of Tanks was already on. Because I did a big video of free-to-play games, and I was pretty sure it was on. And it was on. So this is just the Steam version's been added. I think if you're into World of Tanks, you know about it anyway. Yes, it was. I was right. Kelly, no.
No?
Oh, the soundtrack's free.
Oh, nice.
And there's a starter bundle as well for free.
Do you have trading cards?
Yes, there is trading cards.
So you should be happy.
We're happy all round.
Here's the thing, for people who don't know if they're, and they want to get into trading cards, if you want to get trading cards on a free-to-play game, you have to stick money into the free-to-play game. The trading cards don't turn up, and it's really weird. You have to spend a fair bit of money to get the trading cards to get them. But that was just a wee geeky thing here. But I think a lot of people do enjoy World of Tanks, and it is a pretty big game.
I've not played World of Tanks actually. I've played World of Planes, but I've not played World of Tanks.
Okay, but I'm not sure about that one. Callie?
It's tanks.
That's Fortnite. I'm going to bring in our wee thing here. I forgot we forgot to do something here, but we will have a wee quick look here. I put in these games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think the top 10 games are on GFN. 7 I think the top 10. There is your stuff for the week.
Absolutely,
And
a worthy stat at that.
Yeah, and the last thing we will do here, we forgot to have a wee look at this because I said we were going to do this every week. That's the top sellers. That's not the ones on sale. Where's the specials? We'll just pick any here which we think is worth getting. Death Stranding, £16.
That's worth it for that.
Myth of Vampires is just out. Satisfactory at £20 is worth getting. It's still in early access, so they've reduced it, but there's constant updates on it.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I was going to say Outriders at 16 quid.
This just had a big update as well.
Strange.
Life is Strange.
Yep.
Do you think it's worth it with the £17 off?
Yep.
Life is Strange.
Yep.
Arma 3, I think that's on GFN. Let's see, just have a look at this next page. I want to get that game. I want that game to go to GFN. Oh, you build your own bar.
You don't drink.
I know I don't drink, but it's just you build your own bar and you have to have banquets and stuff in it. It is just completely and utterly nuts. If you're watching, bring this to GFN. Like you watched a couple of weeks ago and you brought Road Redemption for Kelly.
No. You don't even drink and you're like all excited about this bar game?
Yes, so there was that anyway. And what I will do now is I will remove that. Oh no, we don't want that.
How rude. We've gone through a whole hour and 3 minutes. Nearly an hour and 4 minutes. And there's one phrase that Kelly hasn't said tonight.
What about Halo?
No, not that one.
And you had the perfect opportunity about 2 seconds ago.
Shotgun.
No.
Shoot them in the head.
No.
I have no idea then.
You're so cheeky to me.
Oh, wait. He is always cheeky to me, but...
Yeah, that's a complete another lie. But thank you for joining, and we will be back again, same time, same place next week, unless our plane is delayed.
I don't think it will be.
You just reminded me of something. I'm in London next Thursday.
Okay. We're leaving London next Thursday.
Yep.
but we will work something out anyway. We'll have a think. And next Sunday week we are doing the Cloud Gaming Awards nominations. So please tune in for that. It is the
You should have put on it like the best controller.
No. And it is all platforms are covered this year. It isn't one platform specific. It is across all cloud platforms this year, and it should be a pretty good show. Things have taken a big step forward today, or over the last couple of days.
Over the last couple of days,
I haven't even checked Slack or nothing today.
Are we allowed to tell people the date yet?
I thought that was already released.
No, well, let's not talk about that because I accidentally spilt the beans that it might be on or around.
I you did it.
Yes,
that was me.
We've got a Giants match that night. We'll be going to that.
Oh, I'll be going to the Giants match. Yes, I will be.
I won't be. It's only 5.
We can't even.
Yes.
I can't even answer Colm's question.
Okay, Colm. I will say this. We'll speak generally here. We opened up the voting for various people. We're not doing our voting by ourselves this year. We've opened it up for other people. By that I mean they narrow down the choices. We have given a list of 10 games to these people to narrow down the list to 5 games. Any game that was released up until Wednesday noon this week can qualify to be there. So to answer your question, Forza 5 would be in the running if it was put forward.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. And it's pretty exciting. So it is.
Yeah, it really is. I'm really looking forward to it, and it's I know we joked that I spilled the beans before, but the Cloud Gaming Awards are coming back for their 2nd year. So obviously we did it last year, coming back for year number 2, and it is going to be on December the 11th. Is it 8 p.m? There we go. December the 11th, 8 p.m. So get that date in your diaries, and keep your eyes peeled for Sunday the 28th of November, because you will find on the evening of the 28th we're going to be doing a nomination show where obviously the initial phase of the voting panel, where they've narrowed down those categories, they are then going to be we're kind of then going to be going into the nomination phase to announce the nominations, and then the kind of public voting, if you will then kind of be released for everybody.
Yeah, and it is again different. It is different to the gaming awards out there. There is no waiting, as in the people we have asked to narrow down the categories, they need to vote again. They're just voting to narrow down these categories. They are not voting for all your votes count. And yes, to answer your question, Anthony, yes, they are. As long as the games get nominated.
Yep, absolutely.
And I'm hoping when we're not telling people not to say who was nominated for this or anything like that, we're just asking not to say until the choices are out there. We have took a broad section of different people across all different sort of platforms and organizations. So there is games from every platform there, bar one, I think.
Yes, yeah, bar one.
Bar one.
Yeah.
And it's not Stadia.
No.
It's not Stadia. Because I know people think we've got a vendetta against Stadia. We do not. And I think hopefully it will come out that we have been we've been pretty fair in regards to that.
Yep. It's been a good even spread across the platforms.
And it's just really exciting. It's really exciting, and I've actually started working on things. We're upping our game somewhat. So please stay tuned for that, because it's actually done, and you're pretty happy with it. But that was our thing. But Sunday week, I would mark that in your diary there, because I think it's going to be it should be a good wee show here, and it's going to get people talking one way or
What
the
time
other.
is it on that?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, that's alright, because I have a jazz match that day.
Yes.
Just making sure you knew that.
I mean,
I think Duncan was about to say he may have planned it around that.
that's why I put 8 o'clock, because we know we'll be back in time.
Yeah, it's at 4 o'clock.
Yes. But thank you all for watching, and we will see you again soon. I'm going to go on a big coughing spree here, and I don't think people want to see that.
We don't want that.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.